Welcome to Think Global. Why are there not more people talking about this? Folks, something strange is happening in the financial world. It's not just a blip or a minor fluctuation. It's something that has caught the attention of investors, analysts, and everyday people alike. Gold is going up, way up. We're talking about a significant surge that hasn't been seen in years. This isn't just a small uptick, it's a dramatic rise that has everyone talking. And that has some people worried. They should be. When gold prices soar, it often signals underlying issues in the economy. Investors are scrambling to understand what this means for their portfolios and their future. Because when gold goes up, it usually means one thing. People are losing faith in the dollar. The dollar, which has long been considered a stable and reliable currency, is now under scrutiny. Now the dollar is what they call the world's reserve currency. Sounds fancy, right? But this title comes with a lot of responsibility and expectations. It basically means that most countries use the dollar for their international trade and stuff. It's the backbone of global commerce, facilitating transactions and trade deals across continents. It's like the king of the financial jungle, dominant, powerful, and seemingly invincible. Or at least it used to be. Recent trends suggest that the dollar's dominance is waning. Historical comparisons show that the dollar is not as strong as it once was, but lately the dollar has been looking a little weak, and gold is shining brighter than ever, capturing the attention of those looking for a safe haven. Gold is like that tough guy in the corner just waiting for the king to slip up. Why is gold surging? Is it just a temporary spike, or is there something more significant at play? That's what we're going to find out. We'll dive deep into the factors driving this gold rush, from geopolitical tensions to economic policies. Is this the beginning of the end for the US dollar? Stick around, we'll explore the potential implications for the global economy and what it means for you. Don't go anywhere. This is just the beginning of our investigation into the shifting tides of the financial world. Geopolitical tensions are at an all-time high. From trade wars to territorial disputes, the global landscape is fraught with uncertainty. Historically, such tensions have always had a profound impact on financial markets. Let's look at some data. According to the World Gold Council, global gold reserves have been steadily increasing. Countries like China and Russia have been amassing gold, with China holding over 1,948 metric tons and Russia over 2,299 metric tons. Financial experts like Peter Schiff have noted, gold is a hedge against the devaluation of currencies. Even historical figures like Franklin D. Roosevelt understood the importance of gold, famously saying, "Gold is the only standard." The impact on the US dollar is evident. As gold reserves grow, the dollar's value faces pressure. The US dollar index has shown a decline, reflecting this shift in confidence. So what does this mean for the future? Economists are divided. Some believe this is a temporary phase, while others warn of a more permanent shift in the global financial order. One thing is clear, the financial world is changing. As we continue our investigation, we'll uncover more about these shifts and what they mean for you. Stay tuned. Now, gold and the dollar have always had this weird relationship. It's a bit like a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs, twists and turns. It's like they're dancing partners, but they keep stepping on each other's toes. Sometimes they move in perfect harmony, and other times, it's a complete mess. Let's take a trip back in time. In 1792, the Coinage Act established the US dollar and tied it to a specific amount of gold and silver. This was the beginning of the gold standard era. Fast forward to 1900, the Gold Standard Act made gold the sole standard for redeeming paper money. You could walk into a bank and exchange your dollars for actual gold. Imagine that. Can you imagine that happening today? It seems almost surreal in our modern financial world, where digital transactions and credit cards dominate. But then, in 1971, President Nixon decided to end that party. He announced that the United States would no longer convert dollars to gold at a fixed value. He took us off the gold standard. This decision marked a significant shift in the global financial system, and that's when things started to get really interesting. Without the gold standard, the value of the dollar began to fluctuate more freely, influenced by market forces and economic policies. See, when gold isn't holding the dollar back, it's free to do what it wants. Gold prices can soar, especially during times of economic uncertainty or inflation. And what did the dollar do? It went on a spending spree. With the ability to print more money, the government increased spending to stimulate the economy. The government printed more and more money. This increase in the money supply was intended to boost economic growth, but it also had some unintended consequences. And guess what? That made the dollar weaker. When there's more money in circulation, each dollar's value can decrease, leading to inflation. And when the dollar gets weak, gold gets strong. It's like a seesaw. When one goes down, the other goes up. Investors often turn to gold as a safe haven during times of currency devaluation or economic instability. So the next time you see gold prices rising, remember that it's all part of this wild ride between gold and the dollar. Their relationship is complex, but understanding it can give you valuable insights into the world of finance. For instance, during the Great Depression in the 1930s, the US government confiscated gold from citizens to stabilize the economy. This drastic measure showed how critical gold was to the financial system. More recently, during the 2008 financial crisis, gold prices skyrocketed as investors sought a safe haven amidst the economic turmoil. This was a clear example of how gold can act as a refuge during financial instability. These events highlight the significant moments that have shaped the relationship between gold and the US dollar. Understanding these historical contexts can provide a deeper insight into their ongoing dance. So here we are in 2024. The world is changing rapidly, and with it, the financial landscape is undergoing a seismic shift. The dollar is looking shaky. Once the bedrock of global finance, it's now teetering on the edge of uncertainty. Inflation is through the roof. Prices are soaring, and everyday people are feeling the pinch more than ever before. And gold is shining brighter than ever. It's not just a metal, it's a beacon of stability in these turbulent times. Is gold winning? It's starting to look that way. Investment charts are showing a clear upward trend, and more people are turning to gold as a safe haven. Every time the Fed prints more money, it's like they're putting another nail in the dollar's coffin. The more they print, the less value the dollar holds. And gold? Gold is the beneficiary. Investors are flocking to it, stacking coins and bars as a hedge against the devaluation of paper currency. Now the elites will tell you not to worry. They'll assure you that everything is under control, that the system is sound. They'll say gold is just a relic of the past, a quaint reminder of a bygone era, not relevant in today's digital age. A barbarous relic, they call it. But history has a way of repeating itself, and those who ignore it are often doomed to repeat its mistakes. But you know what? I trust my gut. And my gut tells me that gold is more than just a relic. It's a signal, a warning. And my gut tells me that gold is telling us something important. It's telling us to pay attention, to be cautious, to prepare. It's telling us that the system is rigged, that the odds are stacked against the average person, much like a rigged casino game, that the little guy is getting screwed. Small business owners, everyday workers, they're all feeling the strain, struggling to make ends meet, and that maybe, just maybe, it's time to start looking for a way out, to explore alternatives, to seek out investments that offer real security and stability. It's time to have conversations, to educate ourselves and each other about the options available. Gold might just be one of those options. From mining operations to market investments, gold has a long history of providing value. It's a tangible asset, something you can hold in your hand. And in these uncertain times, that tangibility offers a sense of security, a sense that, no matter what happens, you have something of real value. So, as we navigate these turbulent waters, let's keep an eye on gold. It might just be the lifeboat we need in a stormy sea, because in the end, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. And gold might just be the key to unlocking a brighter, more secure future. Experts are weighing in. Renowned economists are forecasting a continued decline in the dollar's value, citing unsustainable fiscal policies and mounting national debt. Recent economic indicators are flashing warning signs. Unemployment rates are fluctuating, consumer confidence is waning, and the stock market is showing increased volatility. Financial analysts are bullish on gold. They predict that as uncertainty grows, gold will continue to rise, serving as a hedge against economic instability. Historical data supports this trend. During times of economic turmoil, gold has consistently outperformed the dollar, providing a safe haven for investors. So, as we look to the future, it's crucial to stay informed and consider all options. Gold might just be the key to navigating these uncertain times. Let's talk about the Federal Reserve for a second. You know, those guys who control our money supply? One of their key policies is quantitative easing, where they inject money into the economy. Since 2008, they've added trillions of dollars to the money supply. This massive increase in money supply often leads to inflation. Historically, when inflation rises, people turn to gold as a safe haven. Gold is seen as a hedge against inflation. It's a way to protect your wealth when the value of the dollar is declining. For example, during the 1970s, high inflation led to a surge in gold prices. More recently, the 2020 pandemic response saw another spike in gold prices. These policies can make it seem like the dollar is intentionally being weakened, and the data supports this trend. Section 5, Strategies Nations Employ, Geopolitical Strategies and Gold Reserves. But it's not just about the Fed, folks, this is a global strategy. And the big players on the world stage, they're all increasing their gold reserves. China, Russia, India, they're all buying gold aggressively, geopolitical analyst. These countries are hedging against the instability of the US dollar. Do you think they trust the US dollar? Not a chance. They see the writing on the wall. They know that the dollar's days are numbered, and they're preparing for a new world order. A world order where gold is king once again, geopolitical analyst. Gold is seen as a safe haven, a hedge against economic uncertainty. Section 6, China's Golden Strategy, a Dragon's Hoard. Let's delve into China's gold reserves and their strategic importance. Historically, China has always valued gold, dating back to ancient times when it was a key player in the Silk Road trade. In recent years, China has been quietly amassing gold. Their reserves have grown significantly, making them one of the largest holders of gold in the world. Some estimates suggest they have the largest gold reserves globally, but it's not just about buying gold. China is also investing heavily in gold mining operations worldwide. This ensures a steady supply of gold, securing their strategic interests. Their long-term strategy is clear, but what does the future hold? Analysts believe China aims to back its currency, the yuan, with gold. This move could position the yuan as a new global reserve currency, a currency backed by tangible assets like gold. This would provide stability and trust, unlike fiat currencies. It's a strategic play to counter the dominance of the US dollar and reshape the global financial landscape. Section 7, Russia's Golden Gamble, analyzing Putin's strategy. And then there's Russia. Putin's no fool. He knows that the West is out to get him. They've hit him with sanctions. They've frozen his assets. They're trying to cripple his economy. But Putin, he's got a plan. He's been stocking up on gold. Since 2008, Russia has increased its gold reserves by over 1,500 tons. He's been selling off US dollars. He's been preparing for this moment. He knows that in a world of sanctions, gold is king. Gold is the ultimate safe haven asset. It's the one thing that can't be sanctioned. It can't be frozen. It can't be controlled by the West. Putin's playing hardball. And you know what? I kind of respect him for it. This strategy has also impacted the global gold market, driving up prices and increasing demand. Section 8. The BRICS are buzzing. A new world order? Now China and Russia, they're not alone in this. They've got some friends, the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They're forming their own economic bloc. They're creating their own financial institutions. They're challenging the Western-dominated order. And guess what they're using as the foundation for their new system? You guessed it, gold. They're talking about creating a new gold-backed currency. A currency that would rival the US dollar. A currency that could change the world as we know it. Experts draw parallels to the gold standard era, where gold was the backbone of global finance. Some economists believe this shift could stabilize global markets, while others warn of potential volatility. Historically, the Bretton Woods system also relied on gold, shaping the post-World War II economic order. Could we be on the brink of a new world order with gold at its core? Only time will tell. Section 9. The crypto wildcard. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies enter the ring. And then there's the wild card in all of this cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin. Now I know, Bitcoin is a little bit out there, but you can't deny that it's making waves. Some people call it digital gold. And you know what? They're not far off. Like gold, Bitcoin is decentralized. It's not controlled by any government or central bank. And like gold, it's finite. There's only a limited supply of it. Could Bitcoin replace the dollar as the world's reserve currency? It's possible. It's still early days. But one thing's for sure. The rise of Bitcoin is another sign that the dollar's dominance is coming to an end. According to market trends, Bitcoin's market cap has grown exponentially, reaching over $1 trillion at its peak. Experts believe that cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum and others, are reshaping the financial landscape. Reports indicate that institutional investors are increasingly interested in digital assets. Analysts suggest that Bitcoin's role as a store of value is becoming more prominent. As more people and institutions adopt cryptocurrencies, their impact on traditional financial systems, including the US dollar, cannot be ignored. Section 10. Should you buy gold now? Let's dive into the current market conditions. Historically, gold has been a safe haven during economic uncertainty. Experts suggest that with rising inflation and geopolitical tensions, gold remains a strong hedge. Inflation rates are climbing, and gold often performs well in such environments. During past economic downturns, gold prices have surged, providing stability. Financial advisors recommend diversifying your portfolio with gold. Diversification is key to mitigating risks. Some are also exploring cryptocurrencies as an alternative, but gold remains a tried and tested hedge against inflation. It offers protection against systemic risks. Given the current economic instability, many believe it's a prudent choice. The system has its vulnerabilities, and gold can be a safeguard against potential crashes. Section 11. Future trends and scenarios. What's next? The world is changing. The financial system is evolving. The future of money is uncertain. Experts predict that gold could regain its status as a safe haven. Some forecasts suggest a basket of currencies backed by gold and other commodities. Strategic advice for investors includes diversifying portfolios. Consider both traditional assets like gold and emerging ones like Bitcoin. It's going to be a volatile journey, so buckle up, folks, and get ready for the future of money. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Think Global for more insights.